Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to the old balcony. I want to tell you a story. Ryan has been having some car issues, so his dad's going to let him borrow a Mustang. The Mustang has a 5.0 8-cylinder engine in it and hadn't been run for a year and a half. So we went there, we figured that the battery's going to be dead, so we'll probably have to jump it. So we took jumper cables. So his dad has a one-car garage, and it would be really difficult to get a vehicle within where you can use jumper cables, because my jumper cables are probably 6-8 feet and I got two pairs of them so I can string them together. But it was still going to be a hassle trying to pull a vehicle up in the backyard and get it close enough, and have to pull out the Mustang because it had a flat tire, so it was going to be a whole thing. So I thought, well, that's going to be worst case scenario. If we got to do that, we'll try to finagle a way to do that. We didn't know about the flat tire. But what I did know was it would be a lot easier if I could just go in there, and I've had this little, and I'm not sponsored by these guys, but this is just a real life example. I've showed this like years ago when I first bought it. Back when I had some property, if you guys remember, me and Ben would take the John Deere over and we would mow it. Well, a lot of times the John Deere, because we didn't mow it very often, would be dead. So I bought this and I was able to crank it with this. Now this is the Genius GB40, and it has been years since I've talked about it, but I always keep the thing topped off. Sometimes you can use it, if you need to boost your cell phone or whatever. It's very light. It doesn't look like much. You'd think it'd do nothing. Now this is where the cables plug in right here, and that's what these things look like. So they're just long enough to do the job. But I love this thing. Obviously, sure enough, we went over there, and to my literal surprise, the battery was dead because it wouldn't even turn on the dash lights or nothing. It hadn't been driven in over a year and a half, so the battery was just bone dead, right? No lights, no dome light, nothing. We hooked this bad boy up and it fired it right up. Obviously, I'm not trying to do a commercial for them, but I just thought these things are worth their weight in gold, basically. That's so small. It comes in a little bag, and it's so small you can just put it somewhere in your vehicle and forget about it. That's why I know they make those big jump boxes and different things, and that'd be cool to have too, but for just tucking this away and not having to worry about it, it doesn't like lose a charge, and you just use a USB cable to charge it. Then it has a USB cable out, and it's got these lights, where you can use like a flashlight type thing, and it has different things you can do with it. Then it's got bright, dim, strobe, whatever you want to call it. But they got them over on Amazon, $100. That's not bad for anything that works nowadays, is it? Just for a little peace of mind, to just throw in the old trunk. It was a nice drive. It's down. He lives in Dearborn, so it's about an hour and a half drive each way, and we just went down there, and we didn't know there was a flat tire, so what we thought was we'd be able to simply just push the vehicle out of the garage down the driveway a little bit. Then I'd be able to bring up my truck on the lawn and be able to jump it. But I didn't want to push the vehicle or try to push the vehicle out of the garage because I had a flat tire. If you break the bead on a flat tire, that's a whole nother issue. That's a whole problem of getting the tire mounted back on the wheel again. So I didn't want to push the vehicle out of the garage and risk breaking the bead on the tire. So we used the jump box, and this little bugger did it. I'm like, I gotta make a video on it. I just like sharing, what's been going on and different things. So hey, if it saves some person, a headache, it's worth it. It's worth it just to be able to charge your phone from time to time, I would think. It's like one of those one of those phone chargers, but just super size. So, and it's nice to have. And if you get you one that has like the compressor built in, maybe that'd be a sweet thing. I know Ryan has one that has the compressor and the jump box, and it's a Stanley, but he says it is very temperamental. You gotta have everything, or it just won't fire the charge or whatever. I've never had that issue with this thing. It just, you turn it on and push the thing, and it goes right to town. Anyways, it's nice to report that we don't have any rain today. Just a beautiful summer day out here, and just enjoying a little bit of a breeze. Hope everybody's doing well. And, if you're interested, obviously I'll leave my Amazon link if anybody wants to purchase that one. But, purchase anyone. But it's just nice to have a backup in your vehicle for a little peace of mind, I think. So, well, as always, I appreciate your time. You guys rock. We'll see you.